Welcome to El Profe's classroom. And today, class is in session. We're going to start today with the movie Rockstar. And here we have my friend Héctor, the chill dude on a couch, who's going to be joining me to talk about this cult movie. If that's being kind to this movie, but this cult classic about music. Hector, why don't you introduce yourself and how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing good. It's good being on the other side. Today, I don't have to worry about editing or anything, so I'm doing good. I already have all my end of year content filmed, so yeah, I'm doing good. I'm chilled.
That's cool. I was thinking who better to have as the first guest for this new channel that I'm creating than you, who basically pushed me into this. Uh, I mean, by inviting me to your channel at first, and then it got my creative juices flowing, and so I decided to do this to talk about stuff I like, including this is a mixture of basically our both our interests, music and movies. So when I when I was thinking about this, I was like, okay, what can we talk about first? So I thought about the movie Rockstar, which I'm sure you've seen a couple of times before, and I had seen a couple of times before, but I hadn't seen it in a long time. Uh, so what was your history with this film, if any?
I actually saw this movie when it came out. I didn't see it in movie theaters. I think I maybe rented the movie. So I remember when it came out. I, it, it has its fun parts, but my main problem with this movie, even today, is Mark Wahlberg as a rock star.
I think we're gonna be touching on that very soon. Basically, we I wanted to make it as more of a conversation,
Yeah.
but I wanted to touch upon a couple of things. Basically, our thoughts on the movie first and foremost. Then we can talk about the soundtrack of the movie. I didn't want to touch on scores because scores and soundtracks. Soundtracks make for better conversation, I think. uh, we're not classical music experts here.
No,
So a soundtrack is a much interesting much more interesting conversation. Uh so when it comes to the film, uh Mark Wahlberg, I agree. He just has this goofy face. And when you're trying to play like I'm not sure. Here's the thing. I'm not sure the movie knows if it likes heavy metal or not. Uh,
like, is it Spinal Tap or is this serious? By the way,
yes,
rest in peace, Rob Reiner.
yes, definitely. Rest in peace. So basically, this film was conceived. I don't know if you've read anything about the film.
I did.
Well, it was conceived basically as a from an article written about the story of Judas Priest and Rob Halford. Uh, Although basically they made their approach to try to get the Judas Priest to get into it and be a part of the project, but Judas Priest was like, "Oh yeah, we're not touching that with a 10-foot pole," which I think was a good idea in the end.
It's interesting because they also could have called Iron Maiden.
And we're gonna be talking about that during the part about the music, the soundtrack. Um, the film was basically directed by a by a director who does like comedies and action comedies. So this feels like that. It feels like just a comedy. So it was never able to have that grittiness of a heavy metal band. what would be the life of a heavy metal guy band person during the 80s. Uh, so Stephen Herrick was the director. He did, I don't know if you know this, but he did Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. He did The Mighty Ducks. He did The Three Musketeers. I know it's a weird filmography.
Catalog.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And John Stockwell was the writer of this film, but I think from what I saw, this is the only credit he has as a writer. And he's an actor and a director, but this is the only credit I found as a writer. And I think you can tell a little bit that it's so cheesy and melodramatic. I don't know how if you saw it that way as well.
Yeah, like when you see the movie, I think they didn't know how to sell it. Was it gonna be like a drama? And at that point, you say about Mark Wahlberg being goofy, but you did you see the movie Fear?
The which one? Fear?
Mark Wahlberg did a movie in 1996 called Fear, where he's fucking scary as fuck on that movie. Like, if you never seen that movie from 1996, Fear with a young Reese Witherspoon and Mark Wahlberg. Basically, Mark Wahlberg plays a psychopath boyfriend, and
Okay.
that was a great role for him. But yeah, this movie, I think it doesn't know. First of all, I was reading. Brad Pitt was supposed to play the lead. And you know what? Brad Pitt has more of that rock look. Like,
Yes, definitely.
but Mark Wahlberg, I think of him dropping his pants and singing Good Vibration.
True. I mean, it's just there's this quality. I've never been able to take Mark Wahlberg very seriously as a as a like a main attraction. I get what he does.
He's better in supporting roles.
I think so. I mean, I get it. He's very likable. He's very good looking. I mean, he takes his shirt off here and it looks like like he has abs for days. Um Basically everybody here has abs for days except for Timothy Spall who plays the band manager.
Oh,
Everybody else everybody else has abs for days. Um but you know this there's this you hit it on it perfectly. There's a problem with what it wants to be, and I think it was one of those things where probably the studio didn't want to get into it too much. It's about the rock star lifestyle, but it never goes into really how crazy it can be.
is this movie rated PG-13?
Actually, I'm not sure. It's probably not PG-13, but it probably is a very light R. I'm gonna check that because
Yeah,
I'm not sure right now. Um,
because they were probably trying to see if they could market a younger audience to see this. Uh, so yeah, it's the type of movie that uh, it like you said, it doesn't know what it wants to be. Does it want to be funny? Does it want to be serious? And obviously, it's inspired by the Team Ripper Owens when he
yeah,
joined Judas Priest. And another thing, plus, and they made it's funny in the movie they make the singer who's living gay.
yes, yes. Basically, it was. I mean, it's part of the story of the whole Judas Priest, um, Ripper Owens thing, and Ripper. I read an interview about the film, and he was like, oh yeah, they got some things, but then they went crazy with it, and there's this. I it's funny because this guy has been playing this character. I mean, he's annoying as hell. Probably the worst main character in a movie in a while that I remember. He was like so annoying. Like I understood why the band kicked him out.
Oh yeah, the guy who
It's like, oh my God, somebody so anal about the details. It's like, yeah, no, get out. And but they tried to do the whole Judas Priest thing, but then they went really outside of it. And in the end, you can tell that it's almost like being a rock star is a heavy metal star is kind of a way to pass the time until you get to where you're supposed to be. This is how the movie ends. He ends singing. He ends up looking like a grunge star. uh
Well,
so
not even a grunge star. It was more like a coffee house. Like
true, true, true.
I thought of MTV when MTV in the 90s was like, well, if you can't play unplugged, then you're not a musician. I'm like, yeah, right the fucking lightning, man. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So what actually I was wondering, what do you think about the chemistry between Mark Wahlberg and Jennifer Aniston?
Non-existent.
I thought exactly the same thing, and I actually think Aniston is actually probably one of the better parts about this film.
I think she's one of the best parts on the movie as well.
Yeah, yeah. So, but it was so hard because there was just no sparks between them for me.
Just
I
think again, if Brad Pitt would have been casted at that moment they were married, at least it would have been like believable.
I
Like,
mean, maybe. Yeah, who knows? Sometimes when real couples get together for a movie, it's
I'm looking at you, Tom Cruise.
Ben Affleck and J Lo and
Well, that
Yeely.
actually started the relationship.
so so this film basically has a bunch of that. Did you catch the cameos?
Oh yeah, obviously you have Myles Kennedy
Myles
in a
Kennedy is probably a big one. Yeah,
part in the movie, and you know what? At the time, I didn't know who Myles Kennedy was
yeah, same.
because this was like I think pre-Alter Bridge and things like that. And you also have trying to remember who others cameo because there's a few cameos, but I
Yeah,
think
obviously
Miles,
Zakk Wylde,
oh, the musicians, yeah,
the musicians. Zakk Wylde is there.
Zakk Wylde, you have other musicians from other bands. You have Stephen Jenkins from Third Eye Blind.
Yes,
So they
so
do
weird.
because when I think of Third Eye Blind, I don't think of metal. I think of like alternative rock. Like, uh, don't get me wrong, I like the first Third Eye Blind album. To me, is awesome. But yeah, it's not metal; it's rock.
Yeah, yeah, definitely not metal. There's also what was oh my God, Jason Bonham plays the
He's
drums
the
for
drummer for the band. Yeah,
the band's the band Steel Dragon.
still.
So let's since basically music is such a huge part of this film, they basically made a bunch of songs for this film. Uh, what did you think about the music? Let's dive into the music.
Okay,
There's okay. There's two things. There's the original music, which also includes some covers as well. Or like I guess original cover songs. I guess. But there's also the soundtrack of the film, which includes some other songs that make absolutely kind of weird. We'll talk about it.
they would probably. I'm like, oh, we need to feel the slot, the pura song. So yeah, the the music is very 80s. I think it's like a mashup of like different bands. I gotta say, the best thing is Zakk Wylde guitar playing. Like I like you could tell. I'm like, yeah, that's Zakk Wylde playing the guitar.
I
Uh,
knew as soon as I heard it the first time I saw this movie. That's a Zakk Wylde whale.
and question: Stand up and shout. Is that a Ronnie? I don't know. There's a Ronnie
Yeah,
James
yeah,
Dio
yeah.
that sound very similar.
Yes, yes. I when you look at the credits for who wrote the songs, there's definitely a stand up and shout uh a Ronnie James Dio um what's it called it gives them the credit.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm like that sounds like a like stand up and shout. I think they changed a little bit the
yeah,
tempo.
actually, the credit for Ronnie James Dio and Richie Blackmore is for "Long Live Rock and Roll."
Okay, so I
Yeah,
think
which is a Rainbow song.
yeah, stand up and shout is a little bit different. But I didn't remember all the songs from the movie. The one that I remember the most was the "We All Die Young" because that's an original song, and there was
Yes.
like a huge montage of
Yeah.
the movie when they're recording that song, and there's like, oh, song, I'm going to write it, and then he goes to the band. They're like, yeah, we need to rewrite it. It's not rocking enough, and yeah, isn't that the song that he did like a guitar like a version of it because
No,
at,
I think there's the song he sings at the end is if I'm not mistaken, "Colorful" by which is an original song by the Verve Pipe.
he could have started like playing something in way because I'm like he kind of looked like he had like a grunge Eddie Vedder thing going on.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I
But
think the
the "We All Die Young" is like the ballad, the power ballad
power,
of the album.
yeah,
And the song that he's I think it's the song he sings to get the
the gig.
the gig, was it? I don't remember right now, but I think so.
I think I can't remember what song he sang to get the gig. Other cameos in this, Timothy Olyphant. He he's in there because obviously the plot of the movie is like Mark Wahlberg, whatever his character's name is, he plays in a tribute band for Steel Dragon, and there's a show where Timothy Olyphant is just fucking the song up and fucking it up. And there's like, I don't care. And they start a fight. They throw him out, and Jennifer Aniston is the manager. And then the funny thing is, it all happens at the same time that Steel Dragon needs a new singer. I'm like, convenient.
Very convenient.
Yes.
And
I don't,
and son and of course, there's two groupies recording the show, and they happen to get tickets to a Steel Dragon concert, and they happen to sleep. I guess I don't know if they happened, but I'm guessing they did stuff with the band, and then when they were searching for a backup, they had the recording of of Mark Wahlberg singing, which obviously is not Mark Wahlberg singing. So I have to give credit to Miljenko Matijevic from Steelheart, who does all the vocals for for that band.
yeah, there's other songs on the album that Jeff Soto.
Scott Soto sings the parts that the actor Jason Flemyng sings. So the Bobby Beers is the main singer who would be like the Rob Halford, and so Jeff Scott Soto plays basically does the vocals for that character.
We're here.
Oh, we went away for a little bit. Where did I stay? Where did I get stuck? Get stuck.
We were talking about Jason Flemyng.
Oh yeah, so Jeff Scott Soto does the vocals for all the parts where Bobby Beers is singing in the movie. Matijevic does the vocals for everything that Mark Wahlberg sings,
And Myles Kennedy hit his own shit.
and Myles Kennedy sang a little bit too, and so yeah, this is basically generic stadium rock, you know,
Yeah.
like very light on the metal, which is strange because Judas Priest was a lot harder than
It almost felt like they were like conjuring, like if Rat, Motley Crue, and Poison got together,
yes.
and like something, even the name Steel Dragon. So I'm curious, do you have like a favorite scene from the movie?
A favorite scene, um oof, uh it's just I never even thought about the favorite scene. Do you have a one? Give me yours while I think about one.
I think the best thing of the movie is where Jennifer Aniston comes to see him playing something, and he's like Mark Wahlberg all drugged up, and
Oh yeah.
with Seattle, and like we are in Seattle, and
Oh yeah, yeah.
Jennifer Aniston there gave like an acting class because she was the most believable person on. Confused. Remember that part?
Sorry, I went away for a little bit there. I got which part
Oh,
were you talking about?
the part where he goes on stage. I think the first time or
Oh,
something,
and he falls down and hits his head, and then he gets back up.
it gets all dramatic, and then he gets
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, this movie is full of cheese and melodrama. I think my favorite part, but it's not because it's good. I think the best scene is probably that one, the one you said with Jennifer Aniston and him drunk. I think he did well in that scene. My favorite scene, because it's so bad, is the first when they're outside of the concert, the Steel Dragon concert, and the two tribute bands, start fighting.
uh,
It's so bad, but I laugh so hard because yeah, and this is something that I was like, tribute bands versus cover bands. He was always very adamant about, oh no, we're not a cover band, we're a tribute band. We have to get everything exactly right. And it's like, if somebody comes at you and says, "Oh, you wore the wrong lapel. That's not from the concert." You'll be like, "What? What are you saying? This is the most ridiculous fight ever."
exactly, and also I gotta highlight Stephen Jenkins' acting is atrocious.
Oh my God, yes. I didn't understand. I mean, I get that you want to get some firepower, some musicians here, but have them say just a few words. Like Zakk Wylde said a few words and had a shotgun in his hand, and
I got a suggestion for you of a movie that we should cover sometime.
well, of
That
course.
actors is good. 1992 Singles.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
That's a good one. There's a lot of good movies with good soundtracks out there. So this is gonna be a good series to have. So did you have a favorite song from the soundtrack?
I think I like Stand Up and Shout and We All Die Young, but then all the other songs kind of blend together.
Yeah.
Like especially you have you have one called Bloodline Pollution, where it's like blood pollution, blood pollution. I'm like, what the fuck is a blood pollution?
Yeah. So yeah, that one was not the greatest. I mean, it's just it feels a little generic stadium rocky, 80s glam metal stuff. Nothing new, nothing special. I think We All Die Young is a good power ballad. I guess I wish this movie would have been, and the music would have been harder. For example, the soundtrack, the actual soundtrack starts, and I'm sure they picked this because the name of the song is Rockstar.
It's
But they
Nickelback?
used what?
Did they use Nickelback?
No, they used Everclear. Everclear's Rockstar. It's the first song in the official on the soundtrack.
Everclear is a rock, an alternative rock band, but it's
And why would you put music from an era that's not even in existence during the making of the the time of the story. It makes no sense except for the fact that the song is called Rockstar.
Yeah. Tell that to Moulin Rouge.
I mean, yeah, but Moulin Rouge, the fact it's that's the point of it. I'm not a huge fan of Moulin Rouge either way,
Neither.
but
Not even.
um, I don't get Everclear. I don't understand. I mean, I get that they used Motley Crue and Bon Jovi. I mean, it's basically the a who's who of you know of Generation X's karaoke
Is
song picks.
Rat on the soundtrack?
Um, let me see. I know it. There's. I don't think Rat is on there. Kiss, Lick It Up, Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi. There's
What?
Wild Side by Motley Crue.
They don't even. Do they play those songs in the movie? Because I don't remember if they played a few clips. Yeah.
There's also In Excess, Devil Inside, which comes right before that weird orgy scene that we didn't talk about.
Oh,
the
the woman who's actually a man.
the trans yeah, the trans woman.
Yeah.
Uh but there's a bunch of other songs that didn't make the cut for the soundtrack. ACDC is sounds in the appears in the movie. Def Leppard, Culture Club, Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Oh yeah, because there's a scene at the beginning where I think the brothers like, oh, you should listen to real music, like Frankie Goes to Hollywood. And the guy who plays his brother actually was in The Wedding Singer.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, he played the douche boyfriend of Drew Barrymore.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yes. Yeah, now you say it, I remember it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess this soundtrack is one I would probably skip because most of these songs are songs that you know already.
And this is the problem with this soundtrack. Those songs you've heard it a million times, and the ones that the band use are not as good as those songs,
Yes,
even though Zakk Wylde does a good job.
yes,
Yeah.
agreed. I would pick a couple of these songs. I would probably pick like We All Die Young and what was it? Stand Up maybe or um Long Live Rock and Roll maybe. But you know, Blood Pollution, the other ones are like, nope. Even when Blood Pollution is probably the hardest one out of all of them.
Yeah, but it doesn't say anything. They go like,
That is true.
like the same thing like over and over again.
Yeah. But you know, to in conclusion, first off, what would you rate the movie out of 5 stars?
I would give it 2.5. It's entertaining.
Would you recommend it to people?
If you have nothing else to do, you can watch it. Like if you have nothing to do, but if you want to watch something better that is funny, then go watch Spinal Tap.
True. I
Yeah,
mean, definitely much better.
much better. And I'm trying to think if there's like, I don't know, uh, in cinema, they really like, they haven't hit the nail with rock. There's only one movie, but it's not actually about, it doesn't have to do with metal, but it's that movie about the drummer that goes deaf.
Oh yeah. The sound of something.
The sound of, yeah, I can't remember,
Not the
but
sound of music. The sound of metal. I think it is.
the, the sound of music. It's not alive. I'm deaf now, though.
uh, so what about the soundtrack?
So I think the soundtrack has a few solid things, a few songs that I enjoyed, but it's not something that I would go out of. I'm like, ooh, would I listen to this or Def Leppard or Van Halen? No, I listen to Van Halen, Def Leppard, even old Motley Crue over this.
Yeah,
Because I think some of the songs, I think it's obviously I know it didn't happen because back then it wasn't ChatGPT, but it would be like ChatGPT, write me
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, these are probably it's they sound most of them like B sides from other bands that they were like, okay, yeah, B sides from Steelheart that they were like, yeah, let's use this for the for the soundtrack.
let's use these songs for the soundtrack. And it's very important to mention this movie bombed at the box office. It only
Yes, it
made
did.
19 million, and I think the budget was 36 million.
I'm not sure what the budget was, but it bombed heavily. Yeah, the budget was from 38 to 57 million, and it
Yeah.
made 19 million.
I can't remember back in 2001, but I think that movie spent probably 2 weeks in Puerto Rico.
Probably, yeah.
We
I
have
mean,
a
I think heavy metal has become the new. I think it's been always the video games of also of movies. You know that there's not very many good video game movies out there. There's a lot of now TV shows, but movies there are not many.
no.
Um, but this like heavy metal, there's no. I don't think there's any except for Spinal Tap. There's nothing. There's nothing. So
No, they tried to make a movie about black metal, but I haven't seen it. But
yeah, no, no. Oh, that maybe the story the movie about mayhem. We're gonna have to watch that one.
I have to watch that movie because I know there's a movie about black metal,
Yeah.
uh, but I've never seen it actually.
Well, I was thinking exactly the same thing as you. This is probably a 2.5 movie. It's not great, but it's fun, I guess. If you're in the mood, if you're in that headspace. And the soundtrack, you can just skip that one. You grab a couple of songs from Spotify, put them in your playlist, and that's about it.
Yeah, Apple Music for me. But
Or Apple Music, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? This is the perfect Netflix and chill movie because by the you watch a little bit of the movie, you hit pause, you go chill. You can even have it in the background. The plot
not
is
not very important.
the plot is pretty very easy to follow. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, that's about it for the first episode. Obviously, we're gonna be working out on some of the kinks and all of that. But thank you to Hector from the Children on the Couch. What do you have coming up next? Let me know.
I don't know if this is coming in the new year, 2026.
In the new
Uh,
year.
the first video for the new year will be January 2nd, after everyone has uh, gotten over their hangovers and sick of their families. Go to the Shield on couch and watch me and Señorita Sabrosura's most anticipated albums of 2026.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Well, thank you again, Hector, for joining me. Class dismissed. So this is probably gonna end very soon because it has less than a minute. Ah, me quedé hablando en inglés. Tiene menos de un minuto, así que si se corta, pues
Perfecto.
ahí está.